Welcome back. So now we're moving on. Now I said we're going to deal with this next and we'll have it as a section. So over to our VS Code, we are going to have a section. Okay, I first add a comment that says I add another section. I had another section, and this is a section. I give it an ID of large to small, and let me see. Okay, yeah. What are business products support businesses from large to small? It's always good to just ensure that you're giving a class or an ID that relates with what you're doing. So large to small section. Inside of it, I have the H6. What's our business for any company size? Which is okay. This one here. Let me draw up this. I made it an H6. If you notice, there is one between this color and this color. That will be done with CSS. So I have the H6. Next, I have the paragraph. What are business products? Support businesses from large to small. Which what's the word here? See which product. Okay, after a comma, see which product best fits your needs. Okay, and that's what we have here. If you notice, from these support businesses from large to small has an underline CSS property, green colored underline. So I had to just wrap that in a span. Support businesses from large to small. So I have it in a span. With CSS, we're going to add the underlying text. So what next? All right. Um. Okay, that's the end of that particular one. Let me see. Okay, I guess I didn't group it together. I separated them so I won't, it won't get unnecessarily clumsy. So I just left this one alone inside a section. Now I'm going to now have to add the second section. Oh, what did I do? Okay, I'm going to now have this one inside the section separately. All right. So next I had section containing two divs with class name of support. This is the section. The section has an ID of business support, and I got that from um, just what this looks like here. I just gave it an idea of business support, what's our business platform, what's our business app. Those are the two Ds we're going to have. So inside this section of with an idea of business support, we're going to have the first div contains an icon from Font Awesome. It also contains an H3, a paragraph, and an element with an icon from Font Awesome. Let's analyze that. The first div contains this icon. I got it from Font Awesome. We have this, H3. We have this paragraph, and then I have this icon again with this word. Is similar to both of them, both divs. So let's move. Now the first one, the first div, I gave both divs a class of support. Inside of it, we're going to have the icon briefcase. If you go on Font Awesome, let's search for briefcase. All right, so from Font Awesome, just search for briefcase. You can see various options. This is like a medical briefcase. Most of the briefcases here are for paid version, but this is what I need. So this is what I need rather. So if I click on this, it brings me the code. Let me just click on it and show us, just to refresh our memory. Okay, so clicking the one we want, here we are. It brings us here to this place, and this is actually the various options, but classic sharp. But most times I always prefer to just pick what I want. This is the HTML code, React, SVGs, Vue.js. So you just click on it. When you click on it, you copy the code and then you go to your browser and paste it here, which is what we have here. So next now, I have the H3 that says WhatsApp business platform, and I have the paragraph. This paragraph for medium to large business communicating for medium to large businesses communicating with customers at scale through I got all of that text from WhatsApp sites themselves. All right. And then finally, I'm going to have to add this icon as well from Front Awesome. So I had it, I copied it. This is exactly what I copied. Arrow right. And then I think I should have a text. All right. I have this text that says get started. I have the text inside of it. Then what else? Okay, let me save. And then we should have the first div. This div now, we have the icon, we have the H3, we have the paragraph, we have this icon again, and this get started text. So we're going to refresh our gigantic looking page. Okay. All right, so this is our icon looking so small here. This is the text, paragraph, the second icon, and the other text as well. Wow, looks so interesting. All right, now, so I'm going to add the second div. Remember, they are twins. So the second div as well with the same class of support. So whatever style I apply works on both of them. Inside that div now, I had an icon, laptop icon, because that is what we have here. Um, let me see. Okay, is it laptop icon? Let me see. Okay, house laptop rather. That was the name. I just searched for house and it brought me this. So I have something relating to it. You can actually use a different icon anyway. Then I have my H3 and the paragraph. I had the paragraph, and lastly, I'm going to add this final icon with this download app text. By the way, this is a link. Can you see get started? When you click on it, if you notice, once my cursor goes over there, the cursor changes from arrow to a hand, somebody's palm with the second finger pointing, about to click. That is CSS over effect cursor. Set the cursor to pointer. So that is to show that it's a link. So if I click on this on their own site, I'm sure it will take me to this. Probably should take me to maybe any other, maybe Google Play Store or any other market where I could download and this gets started as well. So I'm just going to add this final one. So I've added it. The first, that's the arrow. Now, if you notice, the arrow has a closing and opening tag. This is the closing tag. This is the opening tag. Inside the opening tag, I add my ID so I can style it. The first one as well, inside the opening tag, I have my ID. This class came from their site. It came from Front Awesome. So try not to tamper with it. Don't touch it. If you touch it, it might not work again for you, except you read their documentation on how to tweak it. So I have my own class. I added my own class property inside. Okay, and I have my own ID, arrow one. This one, sorry, arrow two. This one is arrow one. So in between, I'm going to add that text, and the text is going to will be wrapped in an anchor tag. Download app, download app, but I wrap it inside an anchor tag so that it can be clickable. Remember to set your href to that, and I think that is all. Let me see. Okay, that's end of section. So that's the end of that section. Now let's save and see what we have. It's just going to be nothing serious, but just similar to what we had in the first div. In the first div, I think this is what we had from year to year. So if I refresh, you're just going to have a repeat of it, something similar. So we have the icon, the H3 paragraph, and the last icon with the anchor tag and something similar. Okay, you can see my own icon, home laptop. I could not get exactly what they used here. I'm sure I probably could have. Let me see. It should be downloadable. Let me see. Right click. Okay, not downloadable. It's not downloadable. If not, I'm sure I've stolen it as well. It's not downloadable, so I had to just go and get my own my own icon. So I got something that looks like a home, but it has a laptop. I mean, it's still relating to its WhatsApp business, so it's still fine. So that is the end of that section now. And of course, we'll be adding another section. Currently, this is what we've done. We've gotten to this point. Now, this is the next section we are going to be doing. This section here, All right, I didn't really like this. I didn't really enjoy this section, particularly because of this there, because I could not we could not do this but we had to leverage on Bootstrap. But it's still something we're still gonna have something nice. So this is the next section. Now everything here is going to be in a section. You can see the background color is even different. And then the section, we separate it into two divs. The one by the right, like this one by the right is a div, and this image by the left is another div. So we're going to have two different divs inside the section. We'll do that shortly. So see you in the next video.